For our lesson today, we are going to be doing our zoology nomenclature cards. We are going to be looking at the external parts of a reptile. And who remembers what the word external means? Yeah, external means the outside. So we're going to look at the parts of a reptile's body that are just on the outside of its body. The external parts. And the reptile we will be using as an example in our cards is a turtle. And I don't have a real turtle to share with you all, but I do have this real turtle shell. So this is a turtle shell that is real. It did once belong to a real turtle, but it is no longer, obviously, no longer being occupied. I have a picture of a turtle for us to observe. I also have some different turtles for us to explore. There are many different kinds of turtles. These are some freshwater turtles of North America. North America is the continent we live on. And we live on Lake Michigan, which is a freshwater body of water, a freshwater lake. So you could probably find some of these turtles around where we live. I also have over here some other examples of reptiles. So a turtle is a reptile, but also these are reptiles too. There's a chameleon, a lizard, iguana, a python, a tortoise. These are just a few. There are many kinds of reptiles. So if you wanted to do some additional follow-up work, you could explore the parts of some different reptiles or maybe some different kinds of turtles. So we are going to explore the external parts of just this kind of turtle for today. I'm going to put these aside. So we will start with our first card, which is just colored in beautifully with its realistic colors. This is a reptile. Reptiles are vertebrates. They are cold-blooded and may need to bask in the sun to become active. So their blood inside their body is cold. The blood in our body is warm, and we warm it by using energy that we make from eating food. That's how we warm our blood in our bodies. Reptiles have to get energy from the sun. So they use the sun's heat energy to make their blood warm. But they are cold-blooded and may need to bask in the sun to become active. Almost all reptiles lay leathery eggs. So the shells of a reptile egg are going to be softer, sort of leathery feeling compared to maybe a bird's eggs that are hard shells. Most reptiles leave their young to develop on their own. So they don't really raise their young, they just leave them to grow up on their own. Our next card has the entire turtle highlighted. It has the whole thing highlighted. This is the body. The body of a reptile is covered in scales. The scaly skin keeps it from drying out and protects it from contact with the ground. A reptile sheds its skin as it grows. A turtle has a hard shell for protection. The next card has this section highlighted. That is its head. The head is attached to the body by a neck in some reptiles. This allows the reptile to move its head independently or on its own. It allows the turtle to extend its head from its shell. Have any of you seen a turtle in real life? Yeah, they can stick their heads out pretty far. It's really cool. The next part of our turtle has these two little spots on its head highlighted. Those are its eyes. Reptiles that are active during the day can see in color. They can detect distance well. Next, we have the two little spots kind of on its nose, or definitely on its nose. Those are the nostrils. Just like us, we have nostrils too. A reptile has nostrils that it uses to breathe. The next part highlighted is this line on the face. That is its mouth. The jaws of a reptile do not permit it to chew, so the jaws are not used for chewing. It can only tear at its food or eat it whole. Turtles do not have teeth, but they do have a bony jaw. A turtle has a tongue to help it swallow its food. It cannot stick its tongue out to catch food. The next part highlighted is this upper top part of the turtle. That is the carapace. The upper part of a turtle's shell is called the carapace. It is dome-shaped in land turtles for protection. So turtles that live on land, it's dome-shaped for protection. The backbone of the turtle is attached to the carapace. It cannot move out of its shell. So the backbone for the turtle is actually attached to the shell. So a turtle cannot just walk out and leave its shell. So this turtle, whatever turtle lived in this shell at one point, did not leave this shell on its own. It had to have been taken out at some point. I don't know how or when. The next part of our turtle is this bottom part. That is the plastron. Plastron. I keep mixing it up. Plastron. We're gonna stick with that. No. Plastron. Plastron. I just want to say it wrong. Plastron. There we go. The bottom part of a turtle's shell is called the plastron. It is attached to the carapace. There are openings in the plastron for the legs, tail, and neck of the turtle. So for each of the legs, the neck, and the tail, there's an opening. The next part are these two legs. Those two legs are the forelegs. The legs of a reptile are covered in dry scales. The legs in front are called the forelegs. This prefix, if we cover up the word, the prefix for means front. So the legs in front are called the forelegs. Some turtles swim or walk along the bottom of a lake. The next part highlighted are those other two legs. Those are the hind legs. The hind legs of a turtle are stronger than the forelegs. A turtle has a short stride, so each step that it takes is pretty short because of its shell, and it moves slowly on land. Some sea turtles have flippers instead of legs. The next part highlighted are these little parts on the legs. Let's see. Oh, those are its claws. If a reptile has legs, its toes will have claws. Some turtles have claws that they use for digging and climbing. Many turtles have webbed feet. So that means between its toes, it's going to have a flap of skin, and it uses that to help it move through water. Okay, the last part on our turtle is this little part highlighted down here. That is its tail. A turtle has a tail like many other reptiles. It can bring its tail inside its shell. So those are all the different parts, external parts of our turtle, which is our example for the parts of a reptile. So for your follow-up work, I would like you to try drawing your own turtle. You could take this card and you could put it up against the window and you could trace it onto your paper. Or if you want to give it a try, you can just draw your own turtle. Or if you really are having a hard time with the drawing, I do have some printed drawings of turtles that you can use. And I want you to label each different part of our turtle or our reptile, and I want you to also color in each part in a different color so that we can see all the different parts.